Imagine a world where supermarkets no longer exist, where stocked shelves and convenient food sources are a thing of the past. A world where we revert to our ancestral roots, living off the land, relying on our knowledge and skills to provide our daily sustenance. A world where the concept of prepping isn't a hobby or a precaution, but a necessity, a way of life. In this world, the ability to be self-reliant becomes paramount. Relying on the supermarket for our next meal is not an option. In this world, we must forage. We must learn to identify edible plants, roots, berries, and mushrooms. We must understand how to harvest and prepare these natural resources for consumption. It's a skill set that our ancestors relied on, and it's a skill set that we can reclaim. Foraging for survival food is not merely about surviving, but thriving. It's about understanding that nature, in her abundance, provides everything we need to survive. It's about reconnecting with the earth, understanding the cycles of growth and decay, and learning to work with nature, not against her. It's about realizing that the forest, the field, the riverbank, these are not barren wilds but teeming pantries waiting to be discovered. But foraging is not just about identifying a handful of edible plants. It's about understanding ecosystems, recognizing patterns, and predicting where certain plants are likely to grow. It's about knowing when to harvest, how to harvest without causing harm, and how to prepare what has been gathered. It's about observation, patience, and respect for the natural world. This journey we're embarking on is not a short one. It's a journey of discovery, of learning, of reconnection. It's a journey that will challenge us, that will test our resolve, but also a journey that will reward us in ways we can't yet foresee. Dare to subscribe to Prepping for Tomorrow as we embark on this journey into the wild, where every step may reveal a hidden pantry. In the wilderness, green is the color of life and survival. As we venture deeper into the heart of the wild, we encounter a lush, verdant world teeming with natural food sources. Our survival depends on knowing what to eat and what to avoid. Let's start with a simple rule of thumb. Safer edible plants usually have bright, vibrant colors. But remember, this is not a foolproof guide. Some of the most poisonous plants can also be quite appealing to the eye. So it's crucial to know exactly what you're looking at. One plant that stands out is the dandelion, a common sight across North America. Every part of this plant is edible, its leaves, flowers, and roots. It's rich in vitamins A, C, and K, and a good source of calcium and potassium. An excellent addition to any wilderness salad. Another plant to look out for is the wild asparagus. It's thinner and more flavorful than the kind you'd find in a supermarket. It's rich in vitamin B6, vitamin E, and folic acid. You can eat it raw, but cooking can enhance its taste and make it easier to digest. Then we have the cattail, often found near bodies of water. Its shoots and roots are edible. In fact, its roots are rich in starch, making them a good source of carbohydrates. Just make sure to clean them thoroughly before eating. Lastly, there's the clover, both red and white varieties. While it's not the most delicious plant out there, it's edible and a good source of protein. It's best eaten cooked, as raw clover can be tough to digest. These are just a few examples of edible plants. Each plant offers unique nutrients that can help us survive when conventional food sources are scarce. But remember, correct identification is key. Mistaking a poisonous plant for an edible one can have dire consequences. Who would have thought that the green underfoot held such a bounty? But wait, there's more to uncover. As we continue our journey, we'll delve deeper into the wild pantry that nature has to offer. So stay tuned for more survival food secrets. Beneath the surface, the soil holds secrets to survival. Our journey continues as we delve into the earth, uncovering the hidden world of rooted vegetables that can be harvested in the wild. Picture this: a world where aisles of neatly stacked produce are replaced with a rugged terrain, a terrain that is rich and bountiful, offering you everything you need to survive. Root vegetables are a key part of this survival equation. They're robust, packed with nutrients, and often overlooked, making them an excellent choice for the survivalist. The wild potato, for instance, is one such treasure. Often found in fields and along roadsides, it's an excellent source of carbohydrates. Identifying them can be tricky as they're often mistaken for other plants. The key is in the leaves, heart-shaped with a velvety texture. Once you've identified them, dig around the base of the plant and you'll find the tubers. Then there's the wild carrot, or Queen Anne's lace as it's often called. The flowers are a dead giveaway, clustered together like little white umbrellas. But beware, they bear a striking resemblance to the poisonous hemlock. The difference? The wild carrot has a distinct carrot-like smell when the leaves are crushed. Harvesting these rooted vegetables requires a bit of elbow grease. A sturdy stick or a digging tool can help you reach the tubers and roots without damaging them. Once harvested, they need to be thoroughly cleaned and cooked before eating to eliminate any potential toxins and to make them more digestible. And let's not forget the cattail, a survivalist's dream. Almost every part of this plant is edible, but it's the roots that are a true prize. Raw or cooked, they provide a steady source of carbohydrates and can even be ground into a flour substitute. These rooted vegetables are just the tip of the iceberg. The wilderness is a vast pantry waiting to be explored. But remember, foraging is not just about survival, it's about respecting nature and understanding its rhythms. Roots, a vital part of our survival menu, but remember, the wilderness hides more treasures. The journey continues as we delve deeper into the world of survival foods. Stay tuned. In the damp corners of the wilderness, fungi thrive. But beware, not all are friendly. Fungi are a kingdom of their own, separate from plants and animals. They come in a myriad of shapes, colors, and sizes, some as minuscule as a pinhead, and others as large as a dinner plate. But it's not their size or shape that should concern us, it's their nature. While some mushrooms can be a rich source of nutrition, others can be deadly. So how can a survivalist tell the difference? Knowledge and caution are your best allies here. Certain edible mushrooms have poisonous lookalikes, making identification a critical skill. For instance, the chanterelle, a highly prized edible mushroom, has a toxic doppelganger known as the jack-o'-lantern. They may seem similar, but a closer look reveals key differences. Chanterelles have ridges, not gills, and their color is more egg yolk than the bright orange of the jack-o'-lantern. The morel mushroom is another edible variety. Its honeycomb-like cap is distinctive, but beware of the false morel, its poisonous counterpart. The true morel is entirely hollow when cut in half, while the false morel is not. Now let's talk about the nutritional value of these edible mushrooms. They're low in calories, high in fiber and protein, and packed with vitamins like B and D. They also contain essential minerals like selenium, copper, and potassium. Preparing them for consumption can be as simple as sautéing them in a pan over an open fire, or drying them for future use. Remember, thorough cooking is essential not only to bring out their flavors, but also to eliminate any potential toxins. However, a word of caution: when in doubt, leave it out. The risk of consuming a poisonous mushroom far outweighs the potential benefit of its nutrients. Fungi, a risky yet rewarding part of our survival menu, but we're not done yet. As we wrap up our journey, let's revisit the key points about foraging for survival food. In a world where supermarkets are no longer a given, knowing how to identify and harvest edible plants, roots, and mushrooms can be a game changer. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, using the green bounty that nature provides. Remember, plants are your green allies. They can provide not only sustenance but also vitamins and minerals that are essential for your health. But be cautious. Not all that is green is good. Learn to identify the edible from the poisonous. Books, online resources, and local foraging groups can be invaluable in gaining this knowledge. Rooted veggies are nature's hidden treasures. They are packed with carbohydrates, a vital source of energy. Knowing how to dig them up, clean them, and cook them can mean the difference between a full belly and an empty one. Again, be sure of what you're digging up. Some roots can be harmful, so make sure you can identify them correctly. Now let's not forget about our fungal friends. Mushrooms can be a great source of protein, but they can also be deadly. Be absolutely certain before you consume any wild mushroom. When in doubt, leave it out. Being well prepared for food shortages isn't just about stocking up on canned goods. It's about understanding the environment around you and knowing how to utilize it. This is where the concept of homesteading comes in. It's about self-sufficiency, about growing your own food, raising your own livestock, and yes, foraging. And as we close this chapter, let's remember, the key to survival isn't just about what you have in your prepper pantry. It's about what you know. It's about being able to look at the wilderness around you and see not just trees and dirt, but a pantry full of potential. In the face of adversity, nature provides. Remember, survival is not about what you have, it's about what you know.